Remington Park Update is sponsored by the Thoroughbred Racing Association of Oklahoma.
And hello everyone, welcome to RaceView Network Live as we bring you another edition of the Remington Park Update here on RaceView Network. Coming up on November 12th at Remington Park, 3 stakes races for Oklahoma breds. Most of them have implications at the end of the year for Oklahoma champions. 2 of those are for 2-year-olds and the other is for older horses. And let's take a quick look at what those races are. The Slideshow Stakes. Whoops, I don't need to see my name again. $75,000 race, 1 mile, 2-year-old fillies will be going in that one. The $75,000, well, I'll be darned. $75,000 Don McNeil Stakes. Is it 1 mile? I'm sorry, here we go. Is it 1 mile for 2-year-olds? That's open to both genders. Again, of course, Oklahoma breds in the Don McNeil. And then the $70,000 Silver Goblin Stakes, 6.5 furlongs. 3-year-olds 3-year-olds and up going in that one. Of course, for the last few years, the mighty Welder played a key role in that and won a few of those as well over his distinguished career. 6 horses are going in the Silver Goblin, and in this show we're going to look at a couple of them, and then next week, Wednesday and Thursday, the 10th and 11th of November, at 9 p.m. Central both nights, we're going to be previewing the other races on the card, as well as looking at some more horses in the Silver Goblin. Right now, let's take a look at Quality Rocket, multiple stakes winner who ran 3rd in the Silver Goblin last year, a son of Backstabber out of the King of Scat mare Lady Cambridge. Quality Rocket won for the 2nd year in a row the 7.5 furlong Red Earth Stakes on September 24th. Of course, that being on the grass, but it's just a furlong longer than the Silver Goblin that he's entered in. Boyd Castor trains Quality Rocket. Ramon Vasquez was aboard here in the Red Earth, and he will be in the irons in the Silver Goblin as well. Quality Rocket has won 11 races from his 36 starts, 9 seconds and a third, and more than $409,000 in earnings. He likes the grass, but he can still run on the main track just as well. Quality Rocket will be a top contender in the Silver Goblin next Friday at Remington Park. The big name in this race, another big name, and maybe the biggest, and could be the morning line favorite once they write that and publish it, is SHANNONC, who won the Oklahoma Classic Sprint a few weeks ago. SHANNONC is a winner of his last 2 starts. Both of those added money events. The first one being the Remington Turf Sprint, that on September 24th as well. Came from off the pace, wore down the leader just in time to win by a neck at the wire. That is usually where you win it, at the wire. His next start was the Oklahoma Classic Sprint, breaking from the 4-hole again in that one. SHANNONC, son of Leighton Heat, out of the Fistfight mare Miranda Diane, who's been a great producer for the owner breeders in B&S Racing. Here in the sprint, he was behind the leaders a little more than that, but he made his move earlier and overtook the leaders there, including the mighty Welder, who'll run third in this, but by 3 lengths. SHANNONC takes the Oklahoma Classic Sprint here just a few weeks ago. $359,000 in earnings, trained by Scott Young. Leandro Gonzalez will be in the saddle again on November 12th for the Silver Goblin. I spent a little time yesterday morning at the Scott Young barn talking to him about SHANNONC. He also has a couple other horses, one in the Silver Goblin, Mesa Moon, and he has a horse called Legionary that will be in the Don McNeil Stakes on next Friday as well at Remington Park. But I talked to him about SHANNONC and the outstanding year he's had so far, or the outstanding meet he's had at Remington Park. Here's Scott talking about who will probably be the post-time favorite most likely in the Silver Goblin, SHANNONC.
Shannon has come into Remington training very well, and obviously he's been racing like he's been training. You know, we had a summer campaign, kind of got him ready up in Minnesota, and he was training in Iowa, and once we got him back here to Remington, he seems to like it here, and he's trained wonderful for us, and continues to train wonderful.
Victorious on both surfaces. Has he tried the turf before in his career?
We had tried a couple times last year. He ran second in the turf sprint last year. Got beat ahead and come back and won it this year, and then followed up with the classic sprint win on the dirt. Well, we kind of had a different idea how the race was going to unfold. We thought Shannon would be a little more forwardly placed away from the gate. You know, he usually leaves there running real fast, real hard, and tries to carry it as far as he can. And Leandro said he had to go to plan B. He kind of broke in a little bit of a shuffle, and just he settled him once the horses were going fairly fast on the front end, and he settled well. And then obviously whenever he got a chance to run down the stretch, that was pretty impressive. It was a quality bunch of horses. I mean, he didn't just, he had to work for it, and he was tired after the race, but he ran hard.
Coming into the Silver Goblin, of course, we're still a week away, a little more than, but how's he been doing? What's his regimen been leading up to?
He's been training fantastic. He's always been a good workhorse, always loves to train. He's continuing to train well. It's always been we've always thought the distance was a little bit limited for Shannon, but as he's gotten older, and some of the younger horses, to be honest, are just getting a little quicker than him early, and he's learned to rate and kind of reserve himself so we're excited to stretch him out to the 6.5 furlongs to see what he can do, and we're expecting the same results as the classics.
What is his quality that you like best about him, an attribute?
He's just a fun horse to be around, just to be around him, and just to know that when he goes out and runs every race of his career, he's given us 110%. He has not cheated us in one race, and earlier in his career it was just he would run super fast early and they would catch him late, but as he's gotten older, we're excited to see how it's unfolded this year, and how he's become a little, I guess you could say, mature for a 6-year-old, but he's learned to reserve himself and finish the races.
So SHANNONC, popular favorite in the Silver Goblin Stakes on November 12th. The Silver Goblin Stakes. And then so the races will be happening that evening. Could have implications on closing day. We have a monster come up on one of them, and their connections. Look at the Springport Mile on December 17th. To your first, of course, run at a Furlongs 1 mile. And the slideshow stake, $75,000 each. The fillies going in that one. The Dying Hill. 2-year-olds, Bolting Goldings and fillies if they want to run in with the boys. At 1 mile, $75 purse. And the Silver Goblin with field 6 going in the 6.5 furlong Silver Goblin Stakes, Remington Park on November 12th. We're glad you joined us for this short version of the Remington Park update. Again, next Wednesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Central, we're going to be looking at some more horses in the Silver Goblin, as well as the 2-year-olds going in slideshow stakes and Don Hill. Now, that's it. Appreciate you being with us. We'll see you next time.
Remington Park Update is sponsored by the Thoroughbred Racing Association of Oklahoma.